It's the fastest, quickest, most powerful production sedan ever. You know it'll blow the bloody doors off everyone in a straight line. But does it go round corners? You know how they say lightning never strikes twice? Well, for me, apparently it does. Do you remember a few weeks ago, I got the chance to drive the Dodge Hellcat Challenger? It was, to be honest, one of the most flamboyant driving experiences I've had in over a decade. Well, apparently the folks at Dodge SRT weren't too offended by the conservative way that I drove the Challenger Hellcat, because they've given me this. Yes, this is the Charger Hellcat, again with 707 horsepower. What is amazing about this vehicle is that it has 4 doors, which means you can take 3 other people for the rides of their lives. Now, no one has actually sadly volunteered to drive with me today, but in a minute I'm going to take it on track. But first, check this out. Judging by the thumbs up I got on my drive here from Los Angeles, I can tell you this is going to be extremely popular for many reasons. First up, the way it looks. A lot of the muscular appearance is actually out of requirement. They integrated a very sophisticated aero package because, let's face it, anything that can hit over 200 miles an hour needs the right downforce and balance. Also, because of necessity, under here, the Hemi V8, 707 horsepower, which is the figure that is startling the media right now, with 650 foot-pounds of torque. The only limiting factor to the performance was the amount of air that they could ram in this inlet here. From inside, you can see that hood bulge and you know you're driving something special. On board here with the SRT app, you have the latest in traction control and stability management, and I'm most reassured to see that she comes shod with Pirelli P0s. Now, on behalf of you, I'm going to take it to the track. I will. Oh, Jesus. Well, if you're a fan of cars, you know. 707 horsepower, Hemi V8, supercharged, quarter mile in 11 seconds, 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. Making sure all that's packaged nicely is 650 foot-pounds of torque. So what's it like to drive? Well, wouldn't you like to know? And in fact, you probably can, because this is not a super-duper car out of the league of mere mortals. No, you can get your hands on one of these for probably around $60,000, and anyone with blood coursing through their veins is going to have a pop at this. We may even consider it for our camera car, because what else would be this much fun and this fast? God, I love it. But is it too much, you may ask yourself in a moment of quiet reflection? No. Because what they've been able to do is wrap in engineering that really is, perhaps for the first time in the Dodge muscle car genre, it's of a level that allows you to harness and control the power, put it down to the ground. Very sophisticated electronics. I'm impressed. I mean, let's analyze a corner here. Heavy under braking, boom, down we go. Use the paddle shifts, down a gear, feeding on the power. Turning is very accurate. Winding on the power, balanced all the way to exit. Foot flat to the floor, upshift. All the while, a nice, delicate, all-wheel drift. Obviously, rear-wheel drive, all 4 tyres sliding equally across the tarmac. I am sure that when the SRT team presented the Hellcats to the board, they were met with a sort of like, really? Do you think so? Just because we can, should we? And I think, in the end, flamboyant engineering and a passion for great automobiles won out. I'm bloody glad that Dodge and the SRT team have got the kind of imagination and muscle to produce a car that appeals to everything that Americans are famous for, which is excess, power, too much is never enough, and all that kind of stuff. I don't know what to tell you. It is perhaps one of the most balmy automobiles I've ever driven. Yet it makes sense. Why? 4 wheels, lots of power, rear wheel drive, you can turn off all the nanny aids, and in the end, if you enjoy driving, it feeds the soul. That's what it does.